Yeah, I know, it's me. You're not happy to see me, that's fine. I think I mentioned oh, dang it. I spilled that everywhere. That's probably gonna stain. It's like, Jesus Christ. I thought I was ready, I guess I'm not. Fuck. Give me a minute. So, I think I mentioned in my last broadcast that I'm not going to be planning to beat this game. That's not what I'm going to be planning to do. I just want to mess around with this game again, so that's what I'm going to do. Hey, your boy's back! I'm fully prepared to tear some shit up.
Riva. まったくもう先にログインしちゃうなんてどれだけ待ちきれないのよ。すまん。しょうがないんだから。でもついにこの時が来たんだね。あれが新しく実装されたエリア。光と闇の神々が住まう伝説の浮島大陸。スバルト・アルブヘイムか。そうだよ、キリト君。
This game starts on the almost like suggested notion that yeah, the suggested notion that they've been playing for a while. But it doesn't tell you whether the anime version of Alfhelm is what this is taking place after, or if it just doesn't explain what they've been doing all this time. It just throws you in and says, "Yeah, we've been here a while, so when a new update come out, now play." It doesn't tell you whether anything important actually happened previously. Okay, it's gonna teach me how to fly and all that, and I'm pretty sure I remember how to do that already.
着いたな。ここがスバルト・アルブヘイム。そうだね。ようやく出てこられましたよ、パパ。後で落ち合うことになってるんだ。そうなんですね。ユイ、ここは新エリアの。はい、ここはまだ新エリアの入り口、浮島大陸の最初の島、浮島草原ボークリンゲです。ここから一つずつ島を攻略していき、移動範囲を拡大していく。つまり次の島に行けるようになるという仕組みです。なるほどな。ありがとう、ユイ。
Yeah, his personal information giver.
ここで新しい ALO のプレイ方法。大丈夫。それより早く新エリアの攻略を進めたいな。
I remember how to play.
分かった。攻略頑張ろうね。ああ、早く先に進めよう。 お兄ちゃん、そろそろ町に行こうよ。
ああ、そうだな。転移門はどこだろう。
パパ、こういう時はマーカーを使うんです。
マーカー？そんなものあったっけ？
シュバルト・アールブヘイムが実装された時に配られたマニュアルに記載されてましたよ。
ユイ、ちょっと説明してもらえるか？
はい、わかり。なるほど。このマーカーが指している方向に行けば転移門にたどり着けるってわけだね。
ああ、そうだな。活用できれば攻略に役立ちそうだ。
Wait, let's see if I remember how to fly. Okay, cool. Oh, it's inverted. That's gonna be annoying. 1 second. Oh, the mini-map rotates with you. That's... How do I, oh, I have 2 swords and they look exactly the same. How do I put the swords away? Let's see if I can remember how to do that. Oh, okay. That's how I, glide. That's fly. I feel like... I feel like there's a way to put away, or maybe he just puts them away over time. He probably just puts them away over time. I step on it, select a place to go, and then go. Let's go. Oh shit, guess who's back? I mean, if you don't know, it's me, I'm back. I wonder how different it looks from any other town. I mean, it's got houses and a town square. I mean, that's pretty much what makes a town. Yeah, this one doesn't have much to offer. I mean, until you get later in the game. Just like 2 shops are open. You know, it'd be nice if they put a little more effort into the towns and made a lot more things accessible and interactable and stuff like that. That'd be cool. But no. Wow, we just bought it and now there's an update to... Never mind, you know, don't question it. I'm pretty sure they don't shoot out, like, on normally in a game, if they update it, you don't see another update for several weeks, much less a couple hours later. But why? Aside from convenience. I mean, it feels like it wouldn't be that hard to put in a height barrier. But, I mean, I guess there's no real reason to be able to fly in towns. More things to fight, sweet. You look great, buddy. Nice ears. They're pointed. You could cut someone with those fucking ears. I thought you were Asuna. Okay, maybe there's more than just like 2 shops right off the bat. Special arrow. That makes the assumption that you can use a bow. Can you use a bow in this game? I don't remember. I know that you can do magic, and that's fun. I remember enjoying unlocking all the magic in this game. You look like you're having fun, small child. She looks very happy. Man, I like how each character has their own special walk. Like, look at this guy. Just, oh yeah, just jollygagging through the town. Shit. Bruh, you look stiff. I'm having too much fun with this. Oh. Hello, Asuna lookalike. Ooh. I can jump in town. Wait, let me just really quickly rub this in someone's face. Oh, I think that is Asuna. I was gonna rub something in someone's face and then I got distracted by the story, my bad. I was gonna be really adamant about the fact that you can jump in this game. Of course I did, I'm Kirito. Gamer extraordinaire. Everybody else had school and work, didn't they? Because they're actual human beings that contribute to society. He is a solo player at heart. You can't really hate him too much for running off on his own every now and again. Yeah, I am. Hotter than you and cuter than all of you combined. That sounded creepy. Though honestly, Sinon is one of my favorites, aside from Silica. Silica is my #1 favorite, because she's adorable, and I like her and Kirito's relationship. You know, this game kind of muddles their relationship a little. Because, I mean, watching the anime, and I'm actually a little bit rusty because it's been a while since I've seen anything other than Alicization, but I'm pretty sure Silica isn't in love with Kirito. Like, I mean, they pushed it, but it doesn't make sense for her to be in love with him. So I don't think she's actually in love with him. I think she just respects him very much. And even kind of sort of considers him her Oni-chan. And if you don't know what that means, then what the fuck are you doing in a anime video game podcast? That's not what this is, but it was the word that came out of my mouth. Broadcast, not podcast, sorry. We don't live in pods here. We're all broads here. Hey Philia, you look different. Like, are your eyes different too, or am I seeing were her eyes blue and I don't fucking remember. Oh, Stray still got her signature breast birthmark or whatever, vampire bite. I don't fucking know what that is.
おいおい、さっきから俺たちのこと忘れてないか?
No, actually, I counted all the girls. They're all here. Oh, you meant you. Yeah, I don't think about you very often at all. Sorry.
クライン、ウェギルも来てくれたんだな。
ネットでも話題になってた前代未聞の大型バージョンアップだぞ。ゲーマーなら公開直後のログインは基本だろ。
しかし俺たちも水強なもんだよな。あれだけの目にあっておきながらこうしてまたこの世界に来ちまって。
You say that like you haven't been playing for 3 months already.
そうだね。
I mean, yeah, major update.
2年以上
Woohoo.
も戦い続けてきて。
I want to point out real quickly that the 2 years was the original span from the anime. They were in there for 2 years. That ended after they defeated Kaiba. So your 2-year mark was at the beginning of that game, okay? Who fucking knows how many years it would have actually legitimately taken you to, number 1, beat the Hollow area, save Philia, and then 2, beat Aincrad the rest of the floors, because they were on like 75. So at the very least it should have been 3 years. Because 2 years to get 3/3 of the way there, so it should have taken like 1 year to go the other final 3/4 of the way there. So it should have taken another year to get the other fourth and beat the Hollow area. Because that was basically like, at that point they were 50% completed with the game because of Hollow area and other fourth of Aincrad to be beaten. So it should have been a year at least, possibly even 4 years. Sorry, I'm reeling off on lore and game
またみんなでこうして
mechanics.
集まれる
My
だなん
bad.
てなんだか不思議な気分。
Wait, maybe I'm misreading this. It's totally possible that Leaf has been the only one in playing this, other than Kazuto or Kirito or whoever the fuck his name is. Both of those were correct. Kazuto's his IRL name, but Kirito is his normal name. Kazuto Kirigaya. The fact that I know that, it can only be contributed to the fact that I have been watching Alicization recently. Oh, fuck! Last night I watched the newest episode, and yeah, I'm watching it in sub because I'm not gonna fucking wait for it to be dubbed. I need my SAO now. I just broke this fucking chip clip. Well, I guess I'll have to get a new one. Damn it. Good thing I don't use those! Fuck, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the newest one. It ended with Kirito finally waking up. So we're on episode 6 of probably 12, halfway through the anime, and he just got to his feet. But like, I'm quite satisfied with how they did it, because like, if he had suddenly been like, oh, I solved all my mental problems, now I'm just gonna stand up and start fighting, then I would have been kind of pissed, because like, not only has he been dealing with some psychological trauma throughout the whole series, but like, he literally, his mind was disconnected from his body due to some sort of thing that happened. So, for him to go inside of himself and fix all of whatever mental bullshit he was dealing with, and then just like flash to his feet and like beat the shit out of the main villain right there, that would have been bullshit. Like, the fact that he had to actually struggle to get to his feet and actually stand up, like, it probably took the last 5-10 minutes for him to go from on the ground to his feet, and not just like 10 minutes of them like dialoguing it out and being like, he's about to get up, he's about to get up, oh, now he's up. No, there were like 4 different points of him moving forward to actually getting to his feet, from like him reaching out and grabbing his sword and using it to raise himself like an inch off the ground, to him getting to his knees, and until he was finally actually able to crawl to his feet and actually start taking part in the battle that was going on. He hasn't, and I'm also quite satisfied with the fact that he was still wearing his swordsman armor or garb from the whatever that was that he Holy Knights or something. Shit, I don't remember. But he didn't like stand up and then his SAO Aincrad armor didn't just suddenly appear on him, because like if you watch the intro, it's like him waking up seemed to be directly linked to him gaining like some sort of access to his SAO outfit, because that's the outfit that he appears in when he wakes up in the intro. So I feel like, but I'm pretty sure that as soon as he gains access to that and learns how to like actively control it, then that'll be the point that he gains all of his plot armor and literal invincibility back. So I'm glad that they didn't wake him up and immediately give him like every card in the book, because they're actually working towards making Kirito a more believable character, because 90% of the time in all situations he's overpowered as fuck and it doesn't make any sense. I'm quite satisfied with the way they portray him IRL rather than versus in the game, because in the game he is the hero, period, always. But you can't be like, his skills, like he learns that shit and then now he can do that shit IRL. No, his body isn't worked out and been used to do those things, so the only reason he could do them is that he knows how to do them mentally, but his body wouldn't know how to do it. So like if he tried to do some of the skills that he knows how to do from playing the game, because a lot of the actual sword fighting and like fighting in Aincrad is 100% the person. It's not some guided help from the game. The only guided help is the sword skills. And even those, you have to a little bit actually control them. You can't just say, activate sword skill, and then your body, like, does it. No, you have to actually swing the sword. So, at the very least, mentally, Kirito knows how to swing and fight with a sword. He learned and used those abilities for 2 whole years. So he's not like a fraud at all. He is certainly he's certainly earned his right to be the hero through actual practice and dealing and doing. Though, if he were to jump into the real world and suddenly just be able to do the things that he does in the game in the real world, that wouldn't make sense because his body isn't trained to do that. He'd have to actually train his body to basically have the ability to fight the way he fights in the game. And then once he does that, he should be able to perform essentially the same way in the game as in the real world, because mentally he knows how to fight with a sword. He just needs to train his body physically, which during ordinal scale he actually starts working on controlling and maintaining his body in a way that he can actually fight with a sword, which is the whole thing about ordinal scale. There's a lot of people who are like, the speed at which he suddenly masters that game is kind of retarded, but it's not really, because the only thing he has to do is train his body to the point that it can withstand all of the running and jumping and swinging that comes with actually sword fighting and combat in real life. He only has to train his body to have the strength for that before he should mentally be able to do it, because he knows how to do it because he's been doing it. And I feel like a lot of people don't actually realize, because it never explains. It doesn't ever be like, well, I mean, he did it in the game, so mentally he knows how to do it. No, it never explains that, but it makes sense psychologically that the way the nerve gear is connected to your brain, his brain is signaling the actions, and instead of his body doing it, so you can even call it muscle memory if you wanted. As long as his muscles have the strength to do it, then he should be able to activate all of those skills and fight the same way that he fights in the game. I mean, obviously he can't activate a sword skill IRL because real swords don't do that. But, and it's shown on several occasions that he's got reflexes, and I'm pretty sure when he jumped into SAO for the first time, he did not have the reflexes that he had when he left SAO. Like, on certain occasions, like during the Alfhelm arc, when he had to fight that guy with a knife, he wasn't fighting like an inexperienced person who's never had to deal with that before. That's because he has dealt with it before. Just not in that body. Mentally, he knows how to reflexively dodge and do that. And you don't really need much muscle to dodge a knife. You just have to know how to do it. And he knows how to do it. So it makes sense that he's able to be... And he's got quick reflexes, things that he gained through his constant being a solo player. You gotta have quick reflexes to survive as a solo player. If something jumps out at you, you gotta be able to deal with it really quick. You can't fall back on your friends, because they're not there. So, I mean, his ability to be reflexive and quick thinking and stuff like that, IRL and in the game, makes 100% sense. A lot of people will be mad at Kirito for seeming to have the same abilities and overpoweredness wherever he is, whether he's in the game or not, and they're like, there should be a difference. And there is a difference. Initially, up until the point that he actually does ordinal scale, he never actually, there's never ever shown where he's in IRL and actually doing anything that he would normally do when fighting in a sword battle or something like that in the online game. So there's no proof saying he's got the same skills, because I mean, he doesn't. His body isn't built to do that. It shows when he first wakes up how weak he is. He literally can't even stand on his own when he first gets out of Aincrad. So I mean, he had to build his body back up. And I think as the hero and with the mindset that he has, it just makes perfect sense that one of the first things he did as soon as he could stand and walk around is do some exercise. And I'm pretty sure it actually showed that he did exercise and stuff during those few episodes where they were showing the Aincrad and Sword Art Online school for people who missed school. But I think one of my favorite things about him is he's a hero. One through and through. Like, it's not just he's been given that mantle and he sort of upholds it. He's not afraid to die for his friends. For real. Like, especially Asuna, he will do anything for her. And that is shown quite literally in the first episode of Alicization when he faces off against, I think it was Subtilizer. It's either Subtilizer or Poe. I think it was Poe, though. Because they never actually catch both the brothers. And there was one other Laughing Coffin member, and that was Poe. He's out there, and Subtilizer's out there. And I think he runs in a Subtilizer. Yeah, he does, because he had the poison syringe. And Kirito jumped out with his sword to, well, not his sword, it's actually his umbrella, which he used as a sword. What? There are two M's, Grandma. And he defends her from that attack. He pushed her back, pulled out his umbrella, and used it like a sword. But he still got stabbed by the thing, and that's the whole point of the Alicization arc. He gets hit with that poison protecting Asuna and goes into a coma. And so they realize real quickly that something is actually targeting his brain. So Kirito almost dies in the first episode of Alicization. Now they're on their third season of Alicization, and Kirito's finally about to wake up. Though, through Season 1 and 2 of the Alicization arc, he is in an unknown world, and he claims on several occasions that this world feels too real, but he still knows it's not real, that it's a game. But everything in it is too real for he's never seen anything or felt anything like it. It's a VR game that is so real that it seems impossible. And it's later explained why this is, and it's because it's not connected like the normal VR MMOs would be. It's actually connected directly to what they call his soul, which they find this through... Fuck, I don't even have the time or care to explain it, but... Anyways, the whole point of that was to possibly fix his brain. And that's what the whole Alicization arc is about, them trying to fix his brain. You know, I'd warn about spoilers or something, but... You know, I don't think anybody cares. Or at least nobody that watches me cares.
あの時生まれた絆があるからこそ、またみんな一緒にここに立っていられるんだと思う。
どうしたよキリト。なんだか黄昏てるじゃねえか。
クライン、茶化すなよ。さあ、そろそろ行こう。もうたくさんのプレイヤーたちがこの新エリアに挑戦してるはずだ。
There are always players ahead of you. That's the thing about these games, it's like, no matter how fast you move in them, there's always players ahead of you. And that's just like a way to make the game feel populated. But it also makes it feel like, well, I can never be the best because there's always someone better than me. Oh yeah, she's the treasure hunter.
新しい素材を見つけるわ。
俺も新商品をどんどん仕入れるぜ。
You know, they never stop. There's just always music playing in this neighborhood. 24/7. Oh god. Boom, boom. They got the speakers that they use, they have them set up to have bass on max because, like, even when you can't hear the music, you can feel it, and it's like, oh god. At that point, it's not music, it's just, stop shaking my goddamn house!
おうよ、俺もかっこいいとこ見せてやるぜ。
データの分析は任せてください。私も頑張っちゃうよ。おお。
You should be able to push. Oh, never mind. She says outside.
行こう、キリト君。
Yeah, I just noticed this, but everyone else's ears poke out of their hair, but Streya's, you can't see her ears. Maybe she's not an elf. I mean, it's totally possible. Well, I mean, it literally doesn't make sense because every character in the game is supposed to be an elf. Yeah, but okay, one second. The length of the ear. Yeah, you should be able to see her ears if she had pointed ears, so she doesn't. Though I think that's just a design choice and not actually meant to be scrutinized, but watch me scrutinize it anyways. Oh, the intro! I love the intros. They're fucking great. I love the intro and the exit because they're both fucking beautiful. There's Asuna. She's got blue hair in this. I love the cutscenes in this game, cause like, I mean, I wish there would be more of them. They progressively get less across the series. The first game had like, I think it had 8. This one, I think it has 6, and then the one after this, I only ever remember seeing 2. It's like, Yeah. Rain is the only other person that I've ever seen who has a dual wielding skill. And I don't understand, because, I mean, I think the only reason Kirito... Oh, wait, actually. Let me reevaluate my idiocy before I spout something that's not true. In the Alphelm story arc, Kirito displays that dual wielding is a choice, it's not a skill. When he suddenly pulls out his double-handed sword and dual wields it with a normal sword, it's a choice. He doesn't switch anything. He just suddenly decides that he's gonna dual wield. Because, like, he rips it out of someone else's hand and then dual wields. And then, as it's described in Aincrad, it's a skill set, not a just a choice. So I think in Aincrad, not Aincrad, in Alphelm it's a choice. That's because you know nothing about the Sword Art series. Yeah, more people call him Kirito than his actual name. Like, including all of his friends. Like, no, even when they're in the real world, like, Asuna will call him Kirito.
VRMMO と呼ばれるジャンルを確立し、ベータテストから世間の話題をさらったそれはこう呼ばれた。
It calls it a video genre, which isn't correct. It should be a video game genre. That's probably just a typo, though.
それは五感をすべてシミュレートし、脳に直接インプットするバーチャル世界。
You know, as insanely dangerous as that idea is, I'm sure pretty much every gamer in the world wants that to be a reality, because it's such an insanely and tantalizing idea. To be completely immersed in a game like that. But to have a game directly connect to your nerves, yeah, it's gotta be dangerous. But it's the only way they could create Full Dive, is if they manage to figure out how to intercept your nerves, and so that instead of going to your body, they go to the game. Can I skip this? Okay, I'm pretty sure everybody knows the Aincrad arc. Also, due to this game, it's totally not a 2-year arc anymore. Like, there's no way. It had to be at least 3 and possibly even 4 years, due to the fact that the 2-year mark is the point that Kirito faces Heathcliff, which literally that happens at the beginning of that game. So that means that they were in there all the way until Kirito beats the 100th floor, and as well as the Hollow area, which would actually put Heathcliff being beaten as probably the halfway point of the Aincrad arc in the game series. Which means that they had another whole half of the game to beat before it was actually over. I almost want to call up MatPat and actually ask him to do a theory. How long did it actually take?
まずは小手調べとして定番のクエストがいいんじゃないですかね。いろんなのがあるみたいですけど、何かいいクエストはありますかね。それならもってこいのやつがあるわよ。
That's boring. I want to go kill something.
手軽にできそうだから初クエストにはちょうどいいんじゃないかな。
キリト、その小手調べクエストはどこに行けば受けられる？
The flying and magic in this game is so cool. Like, it's probably, even though it's literally the second game in the series and there's like 3 or 4 ones ahead of it, it is still my favorite. Though, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh! You talking about the hair clip there that's holding her hair out of her eyes? I don't think it's white. Her skin is, it's not a horn. Don't me.
様子見としては良さそうね。素材になるアイテムがあるらしいから装備強化。
I wonder if you can use any weapon in this game like the original or not.
装備が鍛えられる素材は魅力的ですね。
I don't think there's a skill system in this game. Could be wrong. Like, I'm pretty sure the only, like, upgrade and level up system that there is in this game is with the magic and different abilities you can get. Or possibly sword skills as well, but...
さて、こっちのパーティーの目的地はデイモンから北東にあるダンジョン。
That's another species that I don't remember what their name is, but there's two species in this game. There's elves and something else. Actually, they're... The cat ones are the most distinctly different. There are 4 different races, I think, and the cat ones are the most obviously different race. The other ones are just different versions of elves, I believe. Like, Kirito is a dark elf, I think. He's, skill set is better suited to stealth and assassination, even though he never... And I quote, never does anything remotely stealthy ever, because he literally can't. It goes against his very design as a human being to be stealthy in any situation ever.
ここでパーティー編成が。はい。
編成できるのは1名から3名までです。
That's a guide fairy. She's not a race. She's a cheat, basically. He cheated. She's only there because he cheated. But her goal as a AI is to explain missions and stuff to him. Though he kind of cheated and inserted his own AI in that characters. See, because the quest AI is actually something that exists in Alfhelm, but he inserted her AI essentially illegally into a quest AI base, which essentially means that she's read in the game as a quest AI, but he's got some other AI that's actually there that he's talking to. She has access to all the quest data, so she can help him like that, but she also has her own thing that she does. No, they won't. They'll be in town somewhere. It'll just be me and like 2 other people, I think. I think the party limit is 3 in this game. Shit. I think it's 3 for the next few games. It might be I can have 2 people in this one, and the next one I can have 3. And Gungale has 3 as well. I wonder how Alization's gonna be. You know, when I get bored of this game, I'll jump into that one. I'm not done with Hollow Fragment. I'm still messing around in it, but I haven't found anything worth recording. So... I love how they modeled the menu as the legitimate like menu that the anime has when he opens up his menu and stuff like that. Actually, I did want to edit my party. I'm sorry. I had to wait like... I can jump inside? You serious? Asuna or Leafa? Let's go with Asuna. Okay. I can touch people's skills! I can tell them what to do! Yeah, you thought you did that? Well, now you do this. That's how I upgrade things. She has a bow, right? I don't know. GGO avatar. Wait! Does that actually... It's GGO avatar, so does that change her whole thing? Like, including her race? I don't know. I'm pretty sure these are all DLC, though I could be wrong. Am I just base game? I know I have all the DLC for all the games, except for the new one, because, you know, it was $50, and I don't have money to buy extra DLC right now, so I'm just not going to. Yeah. Okay. Not everybody has a GE collab outfit, but I don't know what GE is, so... I guess in all honesty, it probably doesn't really matter that much. Though I could look it up, but I'm not going to. Because I'm lazy, and I don't care. This is Gil's shop that isn't open yet, right? Yeah, it's being renovated, so my best friend Gil can go set up shop. You know, that actually doesn't really make... No, wait, actually it does. It actually does make sense, because he's, as much as he was a bartender in the original game, in the anime, he's actually not a bartender, but basically a pawn shop, I think, is what he, dabbles in. He, buys things off of people and sells it to other people. I think that's what he did in the original. I don't remember. Yeah! Let's go kill something, maybe. You're not even coming, Leafa! Back off. Don't claim to protect me when you're not even coming. I like how this game, like, makes the assumption it's like, all of your friends are with you, even though you can only see 2 of them. Trust me, they're there. They're just invisible for some reason. Because, like, whenever anything major happens, suddenly they're there. It's like, where did you guys come from? You weren't standing beside me 2.5 seconds ago. So where the fuck did you come from? No, we're elves. Elves can fly. You didn't know that? Shut up. Oh, crap. I forgot how to fly for a second. This game is so cool. Swordplay in this game is actually quite slow, though I think you can upgrade him to be faster. Also, this game is the only game in the series that actually has the cuts of your character showing up on the enemy, which is honestly amazing and one of my favorite parts about the combat visuals in this game, but, you know, it's the only game that does it, so it's kind of annoying. Oh, they're gonna frickin' surround me, I'm gonna die. I can do magic, right? No, wait, actually, I don't think I start out with magic in this game. Yeah, both my swords are the same. I just want to check that real quick. Apparently I'm locked onto something. Okay. Can I cancel that? No? You apparently can't cancel lock-on. Or you can, and I just haven't figured it out yet. That's possible, too. Skills. They're somewhere. Okay, I haven't learned any offensive magic yet, but I do have first aid. That's a magic skill that I have. Except for the fact that... Is there a magic stance that I don't remember about? Crud. It says R1 and triangle, but R1 and triangle for me is... Okay, there must be there must be a magic stance. See, that's also R1 triangle. I don't remember how to... I also don't know how to I'm sure it's fine. It'll probably explain it to me eventually. But until then, I guess I can't heal because I don't know how to use magic. I'm sure it's fine. I think eventually you get like a skill or something that lets you look at their health bars, but I ain't got that yet, so. There was a reason I came here, although I don't remember it. But there was a reason. I came out here for a reason. Well, I'm sure I came here for a reason. There is something that I probably planned to do. I just don't remember what it was. Though... Why can't I magic at all? No magics! Oh, I forgot. Square and triangle are alternating attacks. Oh, wait a minute. Square is just using one sword. Triangle is using both swords. Okay, I remember that now. Yeah, I haven't learned how to do magic yet. Nah, we should totally just try and kick it down. Yeah, everybody will kick on 3. 1, 2, 3. Shit, my foot! Sorry. My foot. If I remember correctly, it's over there! On the other side of the mountain. Strange hole, you should step in it. Or we could try sticking a stick in there. Poke it. It might work. Sometimes if you just poke it, it works. Maybe it's like a pressure plate. Just we can all stand in a little hole together and see if it works. No, man, you guys are always smarter than me, so you know, I'll just pretend like I don't have a brain and see what you guys have to offer, because obviously I don't know anything. Barn! Fields of Thor. Yep, see, I don't know anything. Apparently I can't read either. It's at the farm. It's at the farm. Not in the barn, obviously, but it's at the farm. It's on the other side of the mountain. You know, something called the Fields of Thor, you'd suspect it'd be like in a constant thunderstorm, or maybe there's some big old hairy guy that farts a lot and holds a big hammer, or I don't know, something in relation to Thor, I guess. That's probably what I was expecting. I don't know if Square actually does more damage, output is slower. I don't remember. It doesn't explain anything, by the way. It just says, go out and fight! You got this! And I'm like, yeah, I do! I believe in myself, so... Oh, they were all out of the way. Oh wait, I can see their health bars. Okay, I thought there was a skill I was supposed to get. They're just really hard to see. There was one more. I guess we're just gonna forget about it. Yeah, like the final boss, that thing was kind of annoying. I will say.
別にいいだろ。純粋にゲームを楽しめる空間なんだからさ。
さすが生粋のゲーマーは違うね。
You know, he was enjoying himself the whole time in that gas game.
しかもキリト君ってば相当前からこのゲームに目をつけてたもんね。
Yeah, it has magic.
そう。俺は SAO から生還し、退院してすぐに。
Another flashback.
無事に家に戻り、ようやく現実の生活に慣れつつあった頃。
お兄ちゃん、ちょっといい？
I like how in the game she calls him brother, but, well, in the dialogue she calls him brother, but in the actual subtitles she calls him by his name. Well, that's because this is taking place in the real world.
妹のすぐゲーム内ではリーファと呼ばれており SAO を生き抜いたプレイヤーの一人だ。
私が前に遊んでた別の VR があるって紹介したよね。
The timeline diverges for the sole purpose that you can have all your favorite characters in the very beginning instead of following any actual plotline at all. I mean, there is a plotline, but it's so full of plot holes it's not even funny. Now, Sinon ending up in the game makes zero sense. I want to point that out. Like, she just suddenly, like, shows up, and it's like, you fell out of the fucking sky! How did you get here? Like, literally a hole opened up in the sky, and she fell out of it. And it was like, wait, what? Run that by me again? You came out of a hole in the sky? Excuse me? Oh, shit. You know, some people freak out like, they got married at 16. Well, I mean, the age of consent is 12, so I mean, a lot of people get married about like 5 years after the age of consent. In America, that would be like getting married at 20. So I mean, it's a little bit of a stretch. I mean, there's a lot of people out there who are like, man, you should wait a little longer before jumping into something real as that. But I don't think they actually truly consider themselves actually married, because I think the reason they got married initially was in the game, and that was so that they could share things and see, because like there's no couple system like we're dating. No, you only get the benefits if you actually marry. So that's why they did that. They did that to allow themselves to cooperate with each other better. Because when they get out, they consider themselves to be dating and not married, as was just mentioned 25 seconds ago. Still, I have to point out, it was not fucking 2 years, because 2 years was the moment you killed Heathcliff, and there's no fucking way it took less than a year for you to clear the rest of the floors and save Philia, so go fuck yourself, I guess, is my,
それはマニアックな人が読む記事ではなく、テレビのニュースで流れるような大衆に向けて用意されたものだった。
You guys ready? We're gonna jump right back into a game, just like the one that nearly killed us.
歌姫セブンは12歳ながらその天才的な頭脳で様々な学問を
Oh shit, isn't that how old Silica is? Man, they should be friends.
アメリカの MIT を首席で卒業したという天才科学者である。
Okay, who fucking names their child Rainbow? Like,
女子だって。
that's not... It's not even Japanese!
ああ、それ知ってるじゃん。日本人とロシア人のハーフの子なんだろ。
It's not Russian either!
仮想ネットワーク社会を研究してるんだって。ネットにも VR やフルダイブについて考察した論文がいくつも掲載してる。
Oh my god! Okay, generally when you name your child, you name it something in the fucking language that you speak! Rainbow is English! I'm quite positive that there is a Japanese word for rainbow as well as a Russian word for rainbow. So why the fuck is her name in English? It makes no sense! You know, I actually didn't put much thought into it the first time I went through this, and I didn't have this fit. I'm having this extreme fit now because I've just realized how fucking ridiculous it is that her name is Rainbow. Not only that it's a stupid name, but you can say that sometimes parents name their kids stupid things. I've seen it. I have an uncle who worked as the mediator person between name changing, or not name changing, birth certificate, where you actually name the child. He worked in a hospital, and like there's a point where the mother is supposed to write down the name on the birth certificate or something like that, and he was always helping them with that. Like, he would help them pick out a name if they didn't already know. And as I've been told by him, and he has a bunch of funny stories about names and things, but people will do some stupid things! Name their child some stupid things. Like, people want to be original, and they come out with something, and they look at it, and they read it this way, but like, holy shit, the only reason they read it that way is because they made it, and every other person who's ever gonna read that shit is gonna read it this other way, and it's fucking hilarious. Like, I've seen some names that have weird little apostrophes in them, but like, no one's gonna fucking actually read it like that, because who looks at a name with an apostrophe in it and thinks, oh, that I is supposed to be like I instead of I? I've heard some weird shit, and I've seen people and met people with really, really weird names. And I've met people with just plain stupid names. Like, why would you name your child that? Like, okay, I've come across some stupid yet totally amazing names too. Like, I knew someone who was named Saber, and like, okay, don't get me wrong, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous name to be like, that's what I'm gonna name my child. Like, but that's not a name, but like, God, being named Saber must be so fucking cool. Like, my name's Saber Johnson, nice to meet you. It's like fucking... Either the person that meets you is gonna laugh at you for having a weird name, or they're gonna think your name is awesome. There's no in between. It's just either your name is awesome and it's like, man, I wish I had your name, or they're gonna be like, your name's Saber. But like 90% of the time, it's, wow, that's a pretty fucking cool name. Like, but okay, Rainbow. Okay, now what I will point out is that all of those fucking names are either a variation on the language that the person speaks, or is a word in the language that the person speaks. Rainbow is not Russian nor Japanese, therefore it's fucking ridiculous. Okay, I'm done now. We can continue.
よく知ってるね。
Yeah, because she's important to the game.
俺はまだ誰にも言っていなかったが、将来は留学して VR 技術の
Why abroad, by the way? Mr. Jesus. I'm not just calling him Jesus on a whim, I mean literally. He, breathed second life into, VR MMOs. He is the Jesus of VR. I mean, okay, now, it's weird that he wants to study abroad, okay? And I'm gonna badger the shit out of this. And I know some people are like, well, what's so weird about him wanting to study abroad? Well, mainly because the seed surfaced in Japan in his hands, which I will point out means that most of the concentration of VR and VR tech and VR study should be in the place where the new life was breathed into it, which would be Japan. So why the fuck is he studying abroad? I don't know. Now, I could be wrong. It might just be America decided that, fuck, we really gotta study this shit, and they went insanely overboard, and that's why he's going to study abroad. But, like, I mean, it never explains anything other than the fact that he had the seed, so... And it would simply make sense that there'd be the most studies going on in the place where the seed surfaced, which it surfaced on a Japanese server, so... She's not the only one. You know who else puts on concerts in-game? Drumroll, please! Yuna! And if you don't know who Yuna is, then fucking watch Ordinal Scale, because it's good. Really good, actually. You know, I have a lot of opinions. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I actually haven't done anything but complain. I will point out. She's a fucking regular genius prodigy, holy shit! And her name is Rainbow, and she's Russian-Japanese. Half Russian, half Japanese, so why isn't her name Russian or Japanese? Like, I'm not even mad that her name is weird. I'm mad that her name isn't in the language that she herself speaks. Okay, now, I know you might be like, someone uneducated might be like, well, they're speaking English right now. No, it's a fucking Japanese game that's been translated to English. Therefore, they're actually all speaking Japanese. Wow. Really puts perspective on things. I'm gonna play around. I'm probably gonna maybe beat the first island, and I might only record this once. This might be the only time that I record this. I'm gonna mess around a little bit and play with it, but I think this is just a game that I'm gonna set aside and play every now and again because it's fun, and I like this game. But I will be downloading the Alicization arc very soon. It'll be done by tomorrow. I'll probably record my first stream on it tomorrow. Nah, I just been standing here doing nothing the whole time, that's all.
Yoshi, ここのモンスターの討伐は完了した。次、ああ、他のプレイヤーに先を越されるわけにはいかないからな。
行っちゃったね。
Take on.
あいつら、あの様子だと結構上級者みたいだな。
ここのフィールドに来ているパーティーだもの。腕に覚えがあるやつらだと思う。
No beginners, am I right?
もしかすると 私たちのライバルになるかもね。
一体どこのギルドだったんだろう。
I want to point out how easy it was to get here, and the fact that even though literally all I had to do was walk up to the first dungeon, notice that there was an empty missing box whole thing, and then walk over here to the farm, and then meet these guys, and he's like, anyone who's managed to make it this far must be pretty seasoned gamers. And I'm like, yes, I've been playing for a while, but I want to point out that it took 0 effort to get here. So, yeah, they must be pretty strong.
さて、私たちもクエスト進めようよ。
Especially since it's been online for several hours, right? I would actually expect literally everyone who has started playing in the last few hours, who started playing since before about an hour ago, since the game launched, has already made it this far. Like, unless you're really friggin' bad at VR MMOs. Okay, so that does about 27. How much does this one do? More. It does more damage, so there's no point in not doing it. I can't. Oh, circles dash. Yeah, his run is so normal.
長い間人が住んでいないみたいで、あちこち傷んでますね。
No one likes my house. It's been abandoned since it was built. Thanks, Yui. Don't rush me! I'm doing my best!
て、あそこにあるのって石板じゃない？
It's one half of it.
早速見つけたか。でもこれ岩の扉にあった穴よりずいぶん小さくないか。
うん、半分くらいの大きさだと思う。もしかしてもう半分必要なのかな。ねえねえキリト君、向こうに日記が置いてあった。
でかした。何かヒントが隠されてるかもしれないな。かなり古びてるけどどうにか読めそうだ。
それじゃあ読んでみるわね。代々伝わる
Why'd you put on glasses?
どうしよう。
Wait a minute. If they connect directly to her nerves, then she shouldn't need glasses to see.
ワイバーンに1枚奪われてしまった。
Because remember, they close their eyes and then say link start. So.
一生秘密のまま生きるんだ。秘密を守ったまま生涯を終えることができそうだ。でも本心では誰かに見つけてほしいんだ。これで終わりみたいね。ワイバーンってモンスターの名前？
ああ、そいつのいるところに石板の片割れがある。
ワイバーンはここから北にある浮島に生息しています。
これで次の目的地が決まったな。
うん、次はその浮島に行ってみよう。
North is up.
そういえばアスナっていつの間にシノンと仲良くなるの？何気にシノノンって呼んでるしさ。
SAO にシノノンが来てちょっと経ってからだよ。そう、その頃の私は結構塞ぎ込んでたの。自分の置かれた状況を受け入れられず部屋にこもるしかなかった。そんな時アスナが私の部屋にやって。パパ、あの辺りの浮島が目的地です。
なあ、
That one?
ここが日記に書いてあった浮島か。さて
キルト君、あそこ。
It's above us. Oh. Actually, I think I might be above it.
いきなりボスの出ましか。
このモンスターを倒せばもう一つの石板のかけらをゲットできるんだね。
よし、みんな行くぞ。
このボスを倒せばクエストクリアです。頑張ってください。
Whoa, I have a cut on me.
元気になったよ。
Whoa. That's really cool.
パパ、敵の体力が半分を切りました。さすがです。
Oh, I didn't even get to fight it. Well, y'all killed it before I could even touch it. Thanks, guys. I feel completely useless.
よし、クエストクリア。
見かけ倒しか。クリアね。やったー。やったね。みんなお疲れ様。皆さんやりましたね。
Oh, right, to do magic, I have to put my swords away.
これで石板の
I forgot about that, though I don't know how to put my sword away. There's like a
この
button.
石板をやっとダンジョンの中に入れるってことね。早速行ってみようよ。
ああ、そうだな。
Excuse me. What? Ah, that's how. Okay, cool. How do I learn magic again? What is my level? Ah, I'm level 110. 10 more levels.
よし。次も行くぞ。せい。せい。シノン、相変わらず的確だな。せい。
あそこにプレイヤーがいるよ。あれ？どこか。
お疲れ様。俺たちも同じクエストやってるんだ。そっち。
ああ、順調さ。ワイバンもお前たちより先に倒したぞ。このクエストは先にクリアさせてもらうぜ。
俺たちだって負けないぜ。
お前たちもせいぜい頑張れよ。俺たちに追いつけるとは思えないがな。
随分自信があるんだな。
ああ、俺たちは。
おい、先を急ぐぞ。
ああ、お前たちまたな。
なあ。
自信に見合った実力がありそうだったわね。
ああ、さっき農場で。
別に敵対する気はないけど、負けるのはやっぱり悔しいわね。
そうだな。ゲームはプレイするだけで楽しい。
まあ気を取り直してダンジョンに向かいましょう。
Yeah, I don't know about that because I don't want to play a lot of multiplayer games. I just like the story. The best part of a good game is a story.
他のプレイヤーたちとの競い合い、再びこの感覚を味わえるようになったのだ。この ALO に入ると決めたから。あの日俺は。
いやいや、お3名様、お待たせしちゃってごめんよ。上司。
彼は聞く。その日。今日は SAO の話じゃないのか。
あの人たちモンスターに襲われてる。
ああ、そうだな。
助けてくれ
ー。よし、敵がスタンスだ。
おう。
なんとか逃げ切れたな。大丈夫か？
ありがとう。いきなり強いモンスターに襲われてやばかった。
さっきのやつ中ボスクラスだよな。そんなのにいきなり襲われたらさすがにきついよな。
俺たちのパーティーだけじゃ。
なあ、あんたたちも力を貸してくれないか。
あのモンスターダンジョンの入り口のあたりにいるから倒さないと。
そうだな。俺たちもモンスターを倒すのを協力するよ。
おお、サンキューな。
ああ。
They don't actually fight with me, no, they
ク
don't.
エストクリアです。頑張ってください。パパ、敵の体力が半分を切りました。さすがです。パパ、敵の体力が残り少しです。
Got him.
やったね。
よし、クエストクリア。
見かけ倒し。やったね。クエストクリア。おめでとうです。
ありがとう。君たちは強いな。
それじゃあ俺たちは一度町に。
Nice!
これで決めてやる。
Okay, I'm gonna end this here. And I'll stream this every now and again, but I think I'm gonna start working on I know once I start working on it, I'll be working on it for a while, so I'm gonna jump into the Alicization tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do. So